Hey guys, and thank you for tuning in. Before we get started with the main topic here, if I may have a moment of your time, I'd like to issue a statement based on the video I made yesterday, specifically at the very start of it, where I mentioned some of the anime that I'm watching this season, and I mentioned Baki and JJK, and I forgot to mention Bleach, and that's just so shameful. You see, I've been a Bleach fan for like 10 years, so forgetting to mention Bleach is something that I must make up for and I'm trying to make up for now. But yeah, some of you guys probably even remember there's times I was doing live streams at Anime Expo and I would try and look for Bleach cosplayers. If you don't remember this, it's totally fine too. I had like 20,000 subs at the time, but I go to AX and live stream and like walk up to Bleach cosplayers, talk to them about the anime and the manga, you know, just Bleach fan stuff. And I'd always end the conversation though by asking if they think that anime will return. And it was kind of like a coin flip. I feel like half the time they'd say yes, half the time they'd say no. But, you know, always trying to keep that hype alive, and now it's actually back, and I forgot to mention it yesterday. So I just couldn't believe that, man. Like I said, it felt shameful. But yeah, no, Bleach is awesome. Kubo is awesome. Bleach fans are awesome. Hopefully I made up for my tragic mistake yesterday. Now, thanks for your patience, and moving on to the main topic. So I'm going to fill you in first, and then we'll take it from the top. Essentially, what we're going to be talking about in this video is a tweet that went viral with over 4.6 million views, where this person essentially says that video games don't need to be fun and insults people who disagree. Yes, video games don't need to be fun. I only spend my time playing games I hate. What a weird take, man. So let's roll it back from the very top, give you all the context, and see what led up to that, and then what happened after. I believe it all starts here in a tweet with over 2,300 likes from Permaband, saying, when Naughty Dog devolved from passion to ego, and the image on top saying, we retrenched and tried to figure out how to make a level that was actually fun. The F word is the most important concept in making games. Too many forget this. And then on the bottom, we have another quote. We don't use the word fun. No way, what? It's like the complete opposite. Wait, are these real quotes? We don't use the word fun. We say engaging. And it might seem like a minor distinction, but it's an important one for us. No way, man. That's so funny. Andy Gavin, co-founder of Naughty Dog, on the making of Crash Bandicoot 1996 with the above quote. And on the lower one, Neil Druckmann, creative director, on the making of The Last of Us Part 2. Why am I not surprised that Neil Druckmann doesn't like fun, apparently? And I'm like memeing around too a little bit. Surely there are some fun things he must like, right? But like, that is a funny juxtaposition there, those two images. There's even a post on the Last of Us 2 subreddit about this quote. People are kind of split here, although there's not many comments, but let's take a look at two of these real quick. So it's like, The Last of Us is nihilistic and depressing. He said nothing wrong in my opinion. Strange. I thought they make a video game and want to sell a lot of copies. He also said a lot of people who like the first game won't like the second. The first game sold 20 million copies. Don't you want to sell even more? Why would you then make your game deliberately alienate half your fan base? Add some other opinions here. Anyways, back to the main topic. So that tweet from Permaband comparing those two quotes from Naughty Dog would then get this quote retweet with 400 likes on the dot. And this is what continues the whole main topic. Like I said, it's not just a random quote retweet. The story will continue from here. So this one reads, oh wow, two wildly different games with two wildly different goals. This must mean they aren't passionate and are just egotistical. I'm a real gamer. Top response to that actually getting over 454 likes, a little bit more than the OP, saying TLOU2 is terrible. And that's the freaking Shenmue main character, isn't it? That's a base profile pic. The OP even responding, being like, okay, kid. And so, once again, going back to the OP and their response to Permaband. Permaband responds here to them in a tweet with over 3,700 likes, saying yes. And on the left, once again, posting that Neil Druckmann quote. And on the right, Reggie Fils from Nintendo, I don't know how to say that last part, so I'll skip it, excuse me, saying the game is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? And that's where we got to the tweet, the main tweet of the video, this one that I mentioned at the start with over 4 million views from this person who wants you to know these things about themselves. Says, if you think every video game needs to be fun, you have the brain of an actual child. The OP adding, people like you are why everything sucks now. You just want all your culture to pretend you're still 11 years old till you die. We got this person with over 11k likes being all sarcastic like, oh, I love hobbies that leave me miserable, bored, and looking forward to death. And the OP's like, you people are all literate and idiotic. This other person responded to the OP saying, friend, you can look up the opposite of fun in your thesaurus. His description was very accurate. Thank you, friend. Antonyms for fun: boring, tiring, unpleasant, disagreeable, unfunny, unfun. And then with over 1,100 likes in response to where the other OP said, if you think every game needs to be fun, you have the brain of a child. Permaban once again responds, this time with an image of the definition for game, which reads an activity that one engages in for amusement or fun. That other person then responding to Permaban's response to them saying, it's so funny to be sub-racist, we mad at the notion that not everything is made for wacky woohoo fun time land. Imagine calling Permaban racist because they like to have fun in games and they posted the definition of game. Like, that doesn't even make sense. What a pathetic move. The comedy keeps rolling though, because the OP then tried to say that they're only getting backlash because they have their gender in their bio. And it's like, no, your take was just awful. A lot of the people mocking you have their gender in their bio, and a lot of the people watching this video are going to have their gender in their bio too, and they're still going to disagree with the OP, so it has nothing to do with that. In a tweet with over 8,400 likes, the account Delusional Takes would also get involved in the situation, reposting some of the responses that we went over there. You can see Permaband and that OP. And the OP really didn't like being posted on Delusional Takes because they responded saying, you are all 201 mud-brain children, and the world will be better when you're all no longer in it. Then adding on to their take, saying that all the people who are upset are essentially some sort of like implied Nazis or something. This person's really going down the bingo list of buzzwords just because people like having fun in video games. And I gotta say, it comes off like they're extraordinarily privileged in life when they can't understand at all. They can't grasp the concept that people want to have fun in video games. You know, OP, believe it or not, people like to have fun in video games for various reasons, including that they've had to deal with a lot of hardships and tragedy in life, and they need to offset that with a little fun here and there. Otherwise, they get bogged down in the despair of what they've had to deal with. Just saying, OP, you come off very privileged. Side note, I sure hope that OP doesn't get mad at this video. Comic Lover Marie would also get involved in this situation, quote retweeting the OP, saying ratio, and massively succeeding at that, by the way, and showing two of the images we already saw from Permaband. Christina Tasty also responding to the OP, saying, when you get to a certain age, you must only do taxes, fix things, and watch paint dry. She would get a response from this dude who says, the guy is completely right though. Saying video games must be fun is the same as saying every movie must be fun. Not every movie that is good is fun. A lot of them are depressing, sad, etc. Why wouldn't games be the same? Games can be miserable and still be enriching experiences. And a response from the man with the Omni-Man profile pic saying, you can still have fun playing a sad game. I can't tell if you're being disingenuous or deliberately not thinking things through. Possum Reviews also responding on this one, saying, if you think food needs to taste good, you have the brain of an actual child. You know, being a bit sarcastic. And we got a tweet from Aigia as well, saying what playing no fun games does to a MF. Ultimately, I suppose not every game has to be fun, but it's like, why are you playing it if it's not fun? Like, there would have to be some other benefit, right? And the only thing I could think of like that would be a good game to play that's not necessarily fun all the time would be chess. Now, chess is fun. However, it can also be a bit stressful. But I don't know, like a video game, though, that's like, play a video game and don't have fun playing the video game. So remind me why I'm playing the video game again. Like, what is it doing for me? The only argument I can make like that is like, I have a VR game, a VR boxing game that I got because I can only train so much at the gym. You know, I got to be home too sometimes. So I like to do some VR boxing here and there, mostly for cardio. It is actually not bad cardio. You do rounds on that thing. It actually gets you pretty tired if you keep doing it for a while. But that's fun too. I like it. It's a lot of fun. So like, yeah, I can't think of an example of a video game that someone would want to play that's just not fun at all. I guess if you're doing it for work or something, maybe. Like some of those beta testers, they probably don't always have fun beta testing games and working the bugs out and all that, so I guess maybe there it would apply. However, like I said via the note on screen a moment ago, there's so many genres of games, and like even horror games, for example, are fun in their own right, so I just don't know what this person's talking about, the OP. I don't know, it's a weird take in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think in the comments, and thank you for tuning in. Oh, and the other thing to note, of course, is that perhaps even weirder than the take was how they responded to people who disagree with them. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the comments.